wasn't talking about the alcohol or anything like that. But Stalin asked college back in the day, and he for me. Somebody asks you what you want for breakfast, telling you want them bands. I'm a band down. Kick it with the band now. Kick it with the band. Trying to build a band. So I can keep the racks in. So I can keep the bag in. So I can keep the stacks in. So I can keep the racks in. Call me if I'm band down. Kick it with the band now. Tell you kick it with the band. Trying to build a band. So I can keep the racks in. So I can keep the bag in. So I can keep the stacks in. So I can keep the racks in. Oh man, big band. The band's on his head. Band down the cake. Band, stretch rubber band. Small bands, big bands, hit the bank, withdraw bands, can't hurt. Them ace bands, them below the stomach, them waistbands. Oh man, all alive, NBA, TNT, course size, squeaky feet, cleaner than a preacher. What did I say? Me and my guys gonna blow like there's a gas leak. That's self-explanatory. And have enough fans that hang their kids off the balcony. People didn't understand that line, but the line that follows that is no disrespect to Wacko Jacko, and it's a reference to Michael Jackson. Some of y'all are way too young to remember this, but there was a period of time where Michael Jackson was record. He was like showing his son named Brandon, to the paparazzi lady outside of his hotel, and he was on the balcony. He almost dropped his baby boy off the balcony. He literally almost shot his off the balcony. So I was saying he not having enough air for me to stay off the balcony. Because Michael Jackson did that in Rome. I mean, people cared, but it was like, and a month later, nobody cared about the fact that Michael Jackson almost killed his son. He almost dropped his son like 6 stories down. So I was saying that we don't have enough fans that, like, no matter what you do, you will still rock what you can. I don't know what else we need to do this video. I think that just might be it. That may be fun to see. I have this thing where, like, I am such my own big critic, and this happens in YouTube and the YouTube realm as well, where, like, sometimes I'm recording videos and I don't upload them because I am not a fan of the way it turns out. And I think that would be even more entertaining when it comes to music. It just would be. So that's why you're never going to see me rap again, unless it's like a fun little diss track like I did with the Chicago Boys a few years ago. Like those type of stuff is fun, and it's literally for the area. But like actually rapping, it ain't happening. So if you think about the bars, I guess, and I'll be back in a couple days. Well, you know when you pump in gas and you smell that shit? Yeah. Gas is how loud it is. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. No, all gas now you know, tomato gas, like it's different. It's not gas though. It's like, yeah, you can barely smell it from it. I get so many interesting responses when I tell people I don't do nothing. The responses range from like, oh, okay. That's my favorite response. People are so used to what? Like, people that live under the United States, it's like, where? Yeah, like, you see, like, business bad, like, people that live like, Hollywood, they be doing, you know, like,
All right, gang. Here we go.
I need to do that, but you don't like it? You don't do that? Good job. Nobody asked you to do that. I know that now. I don't do that. I don't do that. That gas, I know that gas. Y'all might be doing cocaine. That cocaine, I ain't doing that. I don't do that. That PCP, I ain't doing that. Nah, cocaine, no. He right though. You might be. PCP is just the other chemical in medical.
No, I wouldn't like anything to change my mind state. I'm too happy to be fucking with my head right now. And I know, like, I said that earlier. It's like the brain is so fucking complicated. And every time you introduce a new experience, you're creating new neural pathways in your brain. And I've read plenty of great studies, like if you microdose LSD and you do it carefully and don't get monitoring, like you can dead ass cure yourself of things like depression. You can overcome PTSD because these drugs alter your mental. So drugs but just done recreationally, in my mind, I'm thinking to myself like, I love my brain too much.
Yeah.
Like to the point where the only way people could really frustrate me is by hitting me in the head. That's instantly how you get me angry. Because I have a big ass head and I think I have like my brain, I could feel it just hit this fucking skull every time my brain gets whiplash. So I don't enjoy that experience. So I just want my brain to be in great condition. You know what I'm saying? When I'm 80, I want to make sure that like I don't have like problems with my brain because that's the most valuable part of your head, like your whole body.
I just like with anything, everybody has different experience. You got people that hate anything, right? They come down with everything. Sometimes people smoke to put creativity over their mind to think
Yeah,
different. So
but
they
don't that be bad too? It'd be good
everybody's different though.
temporarily, but now you like, oh, I gotta write, I gotta get high.
No, no, not everybody do that, but
I
sometimes
know, I
some
get
people
it what
have
you're
like a
saying,
big
but
breakthrough, and they breakthrough that makes them maybe like once
yeah,
a week or something like that.
which is understandable. Which is understandable. That's why I never really had a problem with anyone doing any drug as long as like I talk to people. I'm always just fascinated by it. I don't think there's nothing wrong with trying nothing. You just have to know yourself.
Yeah, that's it.
If you're the type of person that gets addicted to shit real easy, then don't try nothing. But I know people who've tried everything under the fucking sun, and they just did it once and they never went back to it. And for them, that's fine. There might be a couple that they go back to from time to time, or if they're at a cottage with their friends, they might try shrooms again. But
I never do that either.
shrooms, I heard too many
I
horror
have friends that
stories.
do that.
People that try shrooms. Oh my
I have
god.
friends that do that, and they said it was like it was different. Like you gotta be clear with yourself. You
They
gotta have
try
your
it.
mind clear. You
Yeah,
can't be
it feels like
stressed out. You can't be. You gotta
it
be.
feels like one of those
Yeah,
drugs where if you don't know how to give up control, then
yeah.
it take over you.
It'll
And
take over you.
yeah, and I don't know how to feel about
Your skin will start melting, your hair comes out, your toes elongate,
that. Yeah.
now low skinny, like you start seeing different stuff going on.
Love, you got so fit, bro. Oh
There's no way I
my
would start doing something that make me hallucinate. That's like the last thing. That's the last stage of shit I want to be doing. If I start seeing some shit that's not
Like you
there,
start
no.
seeing like angels like Bruno Mars, like ASAP Rocky.
god. Yeah, Bruno, sing me a song.
There's no way. That's too
I
much.
catch it.
You start like 3 inches low,
Yeah.
low, come back, low.
No.
You good.
But
No, but
the thing is, like, ever since how someone explains being high unless it's like hallucinating,
Yeah.
half of the shit they be saying, I be like, nigga, we're like the niggas I know, we already there anyway. Like having fun and shit like that, and joking around and like doing getting loud, like nigga, we already do that
Yeah, so
regardless.
I don't feel like I ever need
You don't.
a drug
You
to.
don't.
I'm having every day I have optimal fun,
You don't.
optimal productivity,
You don't.
and I have optimal happiness.
And you
So I
know what's so
don't.
crazy? As I was getting drunk, I got pissed off because I was thinking to myself, I'm gonna have to wake up tomorrow hungover, something I don't actually want to do. Which the thought of that was like taking me away from doing other shit that I actually wanted to do.
True.
So I live a life to where I don't want to be
Yeah.
taken away from doing things I don't want to do.
Yeah.
If you're like at a point in life where you just don't know like to end it all, I can understand why you want to wake up and not feel that way. So I get that part. But like me, I don't want to wake up and not. I don't want to distort the life I have, and it just doesn't make any sense to me at all.
You'll pop one of those purple ones though.
I ain't popping no perk. I ain't sipping no
I
lean.
said that perk 30 makes you go all night.
My girl said she was on what's in lean?
Make you go all night.
What's in lean?
Codeine.
Promethazine.
What about it?
She said she took that because she had a cough, and she literally did like the little baby tablespoon
Yeah.
thing, and she said her body was just like
No.
loose and numb, and she was like laid on the bed, and it felt like she was like
You can
it
sip
was
that
just like
recreationally.
yeah, just swaying. And I was like, niggas just put that in Sprite and drink it.
It's like
That's crazy.
it's some kind of relaxant do. Like you see a lot of artists do it because it relaxes you, so it puts you in a state. Your mind is open, so if you do certain stuff a lot, it relaxes you. Now stuff sounds different. That's what people make claims like it's really smoke. And like, how do you get that sound? You just go slow. Beat coming in like
That sounds too cutty.
future being in there dead. Then you can have niggas be holding his mic for him. They be off that codeine sweet.
They be holding them up by the shoulders.
Hold him up, go
Come on,
ahead.
Future, drop this
I
song.
mean, codeine, get in, man.
But that's also scary though. Like you have to. The only way I can fucking write a hit record is if I'm like on some shit.
Yep, and there's plenty of artists though. There's plenty of artists.
They like it gets given that feeling. I don't know what's the word. It releases like what you say dopamine.
It could be any hormone.
feel better when they're hot.
But I'm not really talking about them people. I'm talking about like people who just recreationally, not
Like,
like not for medical reasons. I'm talking
oh,
about
it's right to feel it.
you. That's what I'm saying, and
Yeah.
I don't, I can't, I just can't. And it didn't hit me until the shit you be saying. Like I don't understand why nigga would need something to like put him in that state, and it didn't hit me until last night where I was like, not only do I actually don't need to be drunk to be doing things that I'm doing right now because I can just naturally be silly if I really wanted to be. But not only that, it's like the idea of me potentially missing a portion of my day tomorrow because I might have a hangover is actually pissing me off. The thought of that is pissing me off. Let me take these Advils, let me drink this water, I'm gonna eat this bread because I actually don't want that bad.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
bad, man.
I did actually.
It almost sounds like drugs for a lot of people is a solution to, like, it could be any issue going on in your life. It could be stress, it could be. How long do you do this? Okay, how long have I been?
We got an hour and 35 minutes.
Oh, yeah. And it's a little interesting to me because since I don't do none of those, I just come up with natural solutions to do the same thing. Like I have breathing exercises to calm down. I'll go on drives to zen out and to think and brainstorm. And and so I have systems in my life that already do a lot of the things that drugs do for other people, but in a natural way. Because I already know I have bad.
What's up, everybody? My name is Kaimi Fairbairn, NFL kicker and avid DIYer. So my full name is 56 letters long.
Memory right now, and I can't imagine it's gonna get better over time, only worse. And I just think to myself, like, I don't really want to fuck up my brain. You know, Face Rain?
Yeah.
I was watching his Instagram live stream and he was high as fuck. He was in his Toronto condo, and his friends like broke into his house to tell him to get off the live because he was just showing he had pills everywhere. And the next day he went on Twitter, and it made me so sad because like you could see that he was just fighting depression. He obviously didn't want to feel like that. I don't know what depression is like, so I don't know what drove him to want to do all of that. But obviously it was an escape for him. And so he just did them, and it made him feel better, so he did more of them. And he said, like, he couldn't even walk anymore, and drugs just destroyed the nerves in his brain. And I can't imagine that some of that damage isn't permanent. And I just thinking to myself, like, you don't want to feel depressed, like truly clinically depressed. No, because think about what people do to just avoid that feeling.
Yeah.
So maybe drugs isn't the worst solution, but now when you rely on the drugs to feel good, it's like that's all you know how to be. High.
That's an addict.
That's why when people, like you said with depression, I know people like that, depression wise, where, but the main thing about that is while you're doing certain stuff, weed is not an addictive drug. People may like to do it more recreational, and now it's becoming more legal, but it's a gateway drug. So now people that do weed, you got people that do more stuff. So it's like you don't want to start doing the gateway stuff, the more harder stuff. That stuff you get hooked on. You know what I'm saying? Weed is more available, so you get that quick. But the harder stuff, like you got crystal meth, you got
if I have to like call it something else and be afraid that I might get more than 5 years in jail if I get caught on me, like I just don't want to do it.
Yeah, people doing that stuff, and that's the addictive stuff. That's stuff that really makes sure that you gotta have it, and then you just smoke weed because you don't have
Yeah,
that.
I had a friend in 11th. I was in 11th grade. We had like a wood shop class. We was making random shit like bubblegum machines and shit.
You made a bubblegum machine?
Out of wood, bro.
There's no way.
That's for all my life, bro.
You made a bubblegum
And we
machine?
did, man. I was like, Mom, find me some fucking bubble gums. I got this bubblegum machine. And we used to just do that. We just turned the nose and then the bubble shop class, whatever. We just made random shit in wood shop class.
Made a picture for it.
What?
I made a birdhouse. I made a birdhouse.
I know, we was making mechanical structures.
This is Canada?
Huh?
This is Canada?
Yeah.
How'd you, like the actual, like, you had to put some type of like screws and springs.
Put quarters in there? Is it quarters down, nickels? Half dollars?
No, you just turn the nose of the face.
Oh, so it's free bubble gum.
And then,
so it just.
It didn't register coins and stuff.
Oh, so it's free.
I'm living at my house, guys. I'm doing this for me. I just want to turn the guy's nose and get gum. You know what I'm saying?
It didn't do like the spiral thing.
It's a nose.
You could have added a spiral if you wanted to at the top.
So it's gonna be like wood being scraped down every single time it goes down.
No,
you just sand
the
it
wood
out.
down.
Is it unwrapped up bubble gum or is it in wrappers?
No, it's unwrapped.
Oh, okay.
No, we're talking about the little small bubble. We're talking about the small bubble gum.
Yeah.
Bubble Max?
Huh?
No.
The circular
Oh, the
bubble.
hard ones.
Yeah, not jawbreakers.
Barbershop ones.
Yeah, the ones that have taste for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, the barbershops.
Yep.
The worst, bro.
Those are the worst ones. I swear to God.
Literally of all
You
time.
just taste sugar for 10 seconds and you got to do
They
it
get
again.
hard. And don't let no water touch it. Then it just solidifies.
Oh, that's fucking. Do you ever like just keep them in your mouth for like 2 minutes, and then
Keep trying to see how hard it gets.
yeah, and then it just like softens up and then just falls apart in your mouth?
No.
That never happened?
That's like
Maybe,
juicy fruit.
no. No, never. As soon as it's out of taste, I throw it out immediately.
I just swallow them. The motherfucker stop.
It's weird. That's the reason why you like fucking McDoubles, nigga.
Because you swallowed too much
I'm
gum.
gonna get a
That's
double after
good.
the video.
You look like you swallow gum. That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
Yo, why are they talking about bubble gums in what's shop class? What I say?
They made a bubble gum machine.
Ah,
Turn it over.
Yeah.
Free bubble gum.
Oh, one of my friends in 11th grade was in woodshop class. We was on AutoCAD, you know what I'm saying, the one where you just create 3D structures of the machine that you're going to create. And then he told me, he's like, yeah, I've done coke. I was like,
Wait, it's so natural. That
Wait,
is like,
11th grade, so he's,
bro,
I don't know.
the white girls be on that snow. No cap. Like, I've seen it. Like, bro, I was scared in high school. They be doing so much snow in the summer. like July, like August, like June. It's not even November yet. Like.
Okay, but he told me, it was interesting because I was like, oh, really? What was that like? And he was like, bro, never do it. And the reason he told me never do it is because he said it was one of the greatest feelings he's ever felt. And it was difficult for him to not try it again. See? And this is a person who I know has tried a ton of shit.
That's the gateway.
So I was like, if it's that great, then I don't need to be near that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't need to be near. Because then, imagine that. Imagine your brain is just like, whoa, you've lived so long, my guy, and you've never felt that before.
I feel like like spirit that Bob Gump.
Yes, exactly, just like that.
To your brain, though.
To your brain. But then your brain immediately is like, the other shit you were doing is not as good. Like, this is not fun for you anymore, because this is your new level of fun. And the more you do it, this is like, you don't even want to, the game-winning shots in the fourth quarter aren't fun for you anymore.
Can you imagine?
We just figured out what fun was.
Every single
backflips
time.
off the roof.
That's not fun no more.
Every single time you thought you did something, you like, yo, oh man, dope, game winner, Kyle Lowry, we're going to the finals, just. And in the back of your mind, was like, what the coke though?
Like literally $50, and I could feel that right now.
It's expensive too. It's not cheap.
It's like 90, at least in Canada.
Yeah, it's not
Whoa,
cheap.
what? What's going on? Because I have no idea what it costs.
Okay, well, you had to
I
talk.
don't even know the ballpark of what it is.
Yeah, it's not cheap, bro.
So 90?
It's pretty expensive.
It's pretty expensive. It's not
Oh,
even that
wait,
much.
what's your pricing it at? What you pricing it?
Hey, I'm not gonna. I don't really know, bro.
Nah, you gave me a price. How much is that? 8 ball? 90 for 8 ball? What's
Yeah,
that?
all I know is same thing with ecstasy. The idea of ecstasy is like incredible. It's for happiness.
It's a drug.
It's for happiness. It's literally the happiness. It just makes you
What's
really.
that ecstasy?
Ecstasy.
What's that dude name? I love McConnell.
Yeah, he was popping Molly.
Love and ecstasy.
But that drug, ideally, is just like it's just happiness. It's like if you can give yourself happiness in a pill.
Happiness?
You're like, it's just the happiness. You just be happy. Somebody's so happy now. But then it's like you no longer know how to be happy when that's your new level of like. So it's like, but then so your brain is like, no. Look, you want this shit. Whatever you just did, you want more of that. How did you fucking do that?
None of this other shit you're doing is not even
It's not even. We don't even want that shit. Yo, no. We don't want your relationship that made you a little happy.
Bobby, stop
eating.
talking to her.
You don't need nutrition.
You don't need none of that.
None of that
This
shit.
is so
Bobby,
good.
stop eating this cake. It's not close to that shit.
It's
she
not
was
even
eating.
close, bro.
You fucking, you're like,
Nah, it's
this
not
is
doing
not
it for me
it
no more.
either. This
It's not
is
it.
so whack. I just need coke up my nose right now.
But and it also destroys the receptors in your brain that regulate a lot of the hormones from like serotonin to dopamine. So it just throws your whole brain out of whack. Your brain is such a complicated thing, and we have no idea just how perfectly it's been designed for us to operate optimally. And then you're fucking it up when you just spam happiness. You're just spamming happiness in your brain, and now your brain don't know what to do. But anyway, for what it's worth, yeah, ecstasy and acid. I would do those two.
What's acid? What does acid do?
Acid is like, it's really, well, when I say acid, I mean LSD.
Okay, I thought you meant acid for real.
No, really LSD.
Battery acid.
I heard.
No,
bro.
No.
It's like, I heard you can see what you hear and you can hear what you see. So none of it really makes sense. You're hallucinating OD, but apparently it opens up like plenty of neural pathways in your brain.
I don't want anything that makes me hallucinate.
Can I tell y'all something real quick?
Okay. This nigga right here.
You tried it?
No.
You better say it.
No. I'm not.
Nah, go ahead, say it.
Which subsection of the population
Say it, nigga, say it.
I was just saying, I was with one of my friends. He does like music and stuff like that, right? So like his family has been famous for a long time. Like his dad's like a big producer, like got flat, like he's been famous. You know, one of those famous kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he does that kind of stuff. Like one time, it scared me. One time, I didn't know what he was doing because I didn't know he did it. I knew he smoked, but I didn't know he did it. So I'm just sitting on the couch one time. He goes, I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah, and then he did it, but he didn't pressure it on me. Like they do it like casual. Like me going to the bathroom, just doing it. Walk back out. But we went to this one underground club. It was, I forgot the name of it. It's over there by Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Like, have you seen Blade? Like the underground vampire party? Yeah. That's exactly what it looked like. Walked in, you gotta go through a back door, through a tunnel. I thought I was gonna die that night.
There's way more clubs like that in Atlanta.
Bro, when you go through there,
underground clubs?
There's a
bro,
lot.
when you go through there, you open the door, you gotta get pat down, like you have a secret code, you waiting by a door, you gotta look at the camera, you get inside, and I'm talking about the music is on like 100. I feel like punches. They got these big old rock star speakers.
They do that on purpose when you're on drugs.
Yeah.
You literally feel that shit.
I walked in, the people in the back room just sniffing away, just something out of a movie. Like I'm in there like offering it. You weren't there, like no, I don't. I'm good. I'm just in there. Music's loud. I'm talking about just hitting me. I feel like Little Uzi in a music video. Like the music loud, the colors. They got strobe lights.
Yep.
And then like they doing that drunk dance where their eyes are closed. Like
They're just feeling
But
everything.
they're
feeling everything.
They're feeling it. Imagine going high, and then going numb, but still feeling the shit beating you like.
I was like, this was crazy.
I don't know nothing about that though.
This was crazy.
But I would like to go to an underground club. That sounds fun. Maybe not that one, but a regular one maybe.
I know there's plenty of. There's another one next to the West End Mall as well.
Yeah, they be so low key. Like you wouldn't even know that. You would think it's abandoned. Like you won't even hear it outside.
It's abandoned.
You wouldn't be like you in the parking lot. You just see a bunch of cars, but you wouldn't hear nothing. You wouldn't hear nothing. You wouldn't hear nothing.
You look for a trail of snow.
No, not even a trail. And then
you actually have to know where you're going.
You gotta know. It's like you don't just run across.
Yeah,
you don't just drive and say.
There's no way you get there. You're like, oh man, this is wrong. This is wrong direction.
It's like
You gotta know somebody that's in there. You gotta know, like, you gotta be like,
like hell.
Hey, crazy.
What was the code when you got in?
I didn't know the code. I was just with somebody else. So they already knew the person that was there. They opened it up. They came in. And they're so nice, but you could tell they're just like they're on another level.
Yeah.
I'm on level 2. Shawty was on level 8. Like that one
Just floating.
Just floating like out of a movie.
That's one way to live. Yeah. But in my head, I'm thinking like,
that's everyday life.
What's wrong with like? Is regular sober life so bad? Like,
but if your life is like that,
if your life, they don't really have much going on. They probably just get high, have fun, go home, do it again. Like they're not doing nothing else. You can tell because like when you're at that level, you'll just wake up and do a 9 to 5. You'll just wake up at 8 o'clock.
And there's no way
5:30, 8:30 p.m. and then you go right back
just
out.
to do it again.
Just to do it again. Like it was just crazy. Like you walking there, it's just like something out of a Hannah Montana, no, a Miley Cyrus video where she had the turkey butt thing going on.
I don't know what it is.
Turkey butt. Black pancake butts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, around that stage we started doing that weird stuff. And then Liam dumped her and all that crazy stuff happened.
I don't follow her love life. I don't know who Liam is. But yeah, fascinating talk. Let's get lit tomorrow, bro.
No, that is not crazy.
Just a wine.
I literally might.
Meat. Hey, don't forget the meat.
I might, but I heard that has a very acquired, strong taste to it as well.
It depends on the wine you get. Don't get the. I don't really like red wine. Get clear wine. Like if I'm on like a date style, I get me to some wine, get a snap, like some finger food, eat that, and just chill. And the wine gives you that tip where you're drinking it, you're watching movies, you chill, you can sleep, wake up, perfect fine. I just drink wine. I just whole bottle of wine. Wake up.
I just drink soda.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Water. Life water.
I mean,
I'll just drink a little extra strong Sprite for that night. the Sprite got like really, you drink like Sprite or
The McDonald's Sprite?
and it be.
McDonald's Sprite is no cap. Right. McDonald's Sprite has the strongest Sprite ever. Like, there's no Sprite stronger than McDonald's Sprite.
I'm not lying. How many times you don't go to Wendy's though?
I've been there a few times.
How many times you go to Wendy's and you be like, man, how you get Sprite wrong? Like, how you do this?
They get Sprite wrong?
Sprite wrong?
Yes, I go to Wendy's and it's really only one type of soda I can ever order from there because they get everything else wrong.
What do you get?
How do you get
I get Dr. Pepper. Yeah, exactly.
You get
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper?
Yes.
Y'all have root beer?
Yeah.
How come I haven't seen that since I moved here?
It's in the store. They don't really sell it in
Yes,
restaurants.
they do. It's not in restaurants and
Who sells root beer?
I think Wendy's sell root beer.
Word?
I don't think they sell root beer.
Dairy Queen sells root beer.
Probably do.
They
They don't have A&W here, do you?
Yeah, you can go to the gas station.
There's A&W here?
In the gas station and
Oh,
stores.
shit.
I'm talking most restaurants kind of limited their stuff unless they have a Coke freestyle machine.
It's not a restaurant or fast food.
Some of my fast food.
Wendy's definitely has root beer because they have a
The freestyle. They have a freestyle machine, yeah, but they have a standard like the nozzles. They don't have that.
Dairy Queen has root beer.
Were they sponsored by Pepsi?
Yeah, I hate that sponsorship. That's the worst.
Which is so weird, right?
See, it's
It's
like,
so weird.
I ain't come here for Pepsi. God damn it. Give me the fucking Coca-Cola. God. Man. That shit is the worst, bro.
You gotta keep up with like
Is this
Subway
Subway?
Coke or is this?
Are they throwing up the Sprite?
I think Subway. Oh my. I think Subway is also
Subway has them too.
Pepsi too. I mean, root beer.
Oh, does it?
I think so.
Not the ones I've been through growing up, but
I don't see root. Maybe I'm not a root beer drinker. I'm not a root beer
Clearly
enthusiast,
not.
but I don't really see root beer no more. I don't see that AW on that little sign no more. It'd be like Coke.
But it's not
Sprite,
A. It's not A. It's the other one. Not
the dog,
AW.
the mug.
The gray one. I guess that's what it is. It's the other type of root beer. It's
man,
not.
I'm gonna have to go look for that because I haven't had that since I moved here, and I haven't just looked for drinks and found that ever. So I just figured they don't even be selling those.
Remember, we used to have Fruitopia.
Oh, you ain't gonna lie, Fruitopia yet.
Oh, now it hit though.
Fruitopia was definitely it.
Yeah, no, Fruitopia was valid.
Fruitopia with a little Sprite in it. That shit be hitting.
Oh my.
But the food used to be better too back then too.
No, you were a child. That's it.
No, but they changed the rules like ever since like the world started getting healthy. It's taking back like taking salt off the fries.
I'm not gonna lie. The apple pies definitely got worse.
They changed that. They changed how they cook the food now. They have so many regulations. Like everybody trying to be healthy or no meat, vegan this or beyond meat.
Yeah, they got the Mick Beyond or Mick. What do they call it? The vegan burger at McDonald's now.
Why?
I think it's called Barks. BARQ.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They got that here?
Yeah, that's clearly there.
Okay, say less.
That's you literally go to Dairy Queen. You want something? I go QC right now. You want?
No, I'm about to eat unhealthy and get back on my chips.
Yeah, so you might as well eat unhealthy and drink unhealthy. What the fuck? Nigga, somebody eat unhealthy so I can't drink a root beer.
Like, why would you go to Burger King for a veggie burger? A Beyond Meat Whopper.
You saw that shit? Yeah.
Like it don't make no
Whopper.
sense.
The Whopper is now vegan. You know, vegan Whopper.
It's already fast food.
It's already.
I don't know what the meat I was eating before it wasn't meat.
Actually, I actually think Burger King is legit patties. Like that shit you eat at McDonald's is not patties.
Yeah,
that
shit is like, it has to be just tubes of soy. I think they put
Soy?
And they put burger flavoring on it.
So I was already eating the veggie burger, but now I'm really eating the veggie burger.
I remember when I'm getting hungry because we got ready.
I remember when Taco Bell had that
I
whole.
got my food downstairs waiting for me.
When Taco Bell had that whole horse meat fiasco, and then like just about it was real, and then everybody was like, horse meat kind of tastes good.
It's not that good. Seasoned lightly.
Oh, how's that like? Really? I mean, a horse this whole time? You don't say.
Got a horse outside.
There's a bunch of niggas who was like, that's not stopping me from eating Taco Bell again. Like, let y'all niggas know.
You just told the world the horse is delicious.
Yeah, exactly. Really, what you telling me I'm really diversifying my palate? Because I really fuck with horse.
Nothing like a Cajun Bronco. Just to nibble on. You know what I'm saying?
Man, nigga, Rapidash is fire, nigga. What's up with that?
I wonder which
on the
Mexican found out that like they could substitute, and then the whole company was like, oh yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, but if you go to a real Mexican spot, Taco Bell will never be the same. Taco Bell to me is trash.
I have never had Taco Bell, so I don't know.
Taco Bell is
when you start going to real Mexican spots, it's actually trash.
Sometimes I got so accustomed to the Mexican, like the real Mexican. I don't really like it.
It's like fake Mexican,
or like the little Americanized Mexican.
I'm ready to tell somebody like, nah, this the real Mexican right here.
like you know, like you got Taco Bell with like fast food franchise Mexican. You got American Alive the Mexican, like Hulu. You got like or like Tim Lizzie's like
Del Taco is garbage.
I never been
Why
there
did that just
before.
randomly come out your mouth, bro?
That's fast
Del
food.
Taco
You
is
didn't even
garbage.
mention that.
That's fast food. I consider that the fast food taco. If it has a drive through, it's fast food.
But I'm just letting you know, if you ain't had Del Tacos, it's trash.
Bro, I done went to a fucking. Man, I've been to Chinese spots that have drive-thrus now. It's crazy.
Chinese? Where?
Japanese spots. Panda Express has literal drive-thrus.
Oh, no, I mean, yeah, Panda. That's
and
fast
the
food.
Japanese.
I thought like a legit.
No, Japanese spot I've been to.
China One?
Like earlier this year. I don't know what it's called, bro, but it's a Japanese spot drive-thru.
Oh, but that's like, Panda Express is just buffet. That's like
That stuff is good too.
That's good. What you get there?
I like to get the fried rice with the honey walnut shrimp, and I also like the grilled chicken teriyaki. How many?
I'll put you on that shit.
Yeah.
I'll put you on that.
On what?
I'll put you either you or Leo on grilled teriyaki.
Oh, no. I made those. I just guessed enough times I got that right.
I get like Mongolian beef and broccoli, and I get like white chicken with like white rice.
You don't have to say it like that.
You have to say it like that.
Huh?
You can say it regular.
You say it right. If I'm going there, it's orange chicken or grilled teriyaki.
Have you had the honey walnut shrimp? It's the best shit they got.
Or the nuts.
Honey what? I can't eat
Honey walnut shrimp.
I can't eat nuts.
Both of y'all?
Yeah.
Louis C.K. had a good bit where he was talking about like, if peanuts kill you, should you even be alive? And I thought it was like a great premise for a joke because we overcame with science and technology like death. Like a lot of people that should have died are alive because of science and technology, which is a beautiful thing. But then he was making arguments for petty allergies. Like if you're allergic to grass,
You don't understand the pain.
if you're allergic to grass. Like, bro, I know multiple people allergic to grass. Bro, it's fucking grass. The cows that you eat the grass.
You saying natural evolution should have just got off these niggas?
That's what Louis C.K. said.
I think it's saying like the life cycle's getting disrupted because y'all niggas y'all surviving way too long. That medication that should not exist.
Yeah, medication and life.
That's crazy. Doctors are just fucking up natural evolution. Those niggas should just die like they're supposed to die.
Like my brother is allergic to peaches. How? How are you allergic to a peach, bro? And I think I'm developing a lactose allergy. I can't tell, but I know.
If you don't drink milk long enough, you'll start drinking milk.
Oh yeah, that's what's happening then. Because I don't do as good with dairy no more after I just stopped eating dairy for a while.
Yeah.
So I think I gotta go soon too.
And also, you're not supposed to. Apparently, you're not actually supposed to be drinking like cow milk like that.
I imagine. You know what I'm saying? They have to go bring this shit to a cow to get it out.
Niggas actually like this.
Uterus? No, the udders. The udders.
It's the uterus.
The udders.
He's getting milk out of the uterus.
The udders. The udders.
You're very wild, John. John, you're wild, bro. John.
Yo, your mother thinks you get out of a uterus. Milk is not whale stings, my guy.
Yo, John, you're a kinky, bro.
You imagine putting milk in a uterus? Yo, ride this podcast, son. You're fucking nigga. This nigga's bugging. Alright, podcast people, thank y'all for rocking with us yet again on another episode of Peer to Peer Podcast. Every Monday and Thursday we dropping them, stay sharp. Shout out to all my podcast people out there on all audio platforms, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, and of course, Apple Podcasts. Make sure you rate us 5-star. Also, my people out there on YouTube as well, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment in the comment section below, like button, and make sure you get updated every time we upload these videos to join. You know the gang. And I'm my word of my people out there on all the social media platforms, Twitter. That shit, we be doing that. When you go down and you eating out, how that shit taste?
No, I like the thing like
No, you eat at home. Yeah, it's free. If you paying to eat a girl out, you're the weirdest nigga in the world. But that's something about you when you eat a girl out, you know what I'm saying? Like, how that tastes like? That's cool. Oh, okay. That's the wrong girl. You should never be talking to that girl. There might be something wrong with her.
Watch my
quarters.
drink.
If she tastes like quarters, is that a good thing, Waleed? If she tastes like quarters, is that a good thing?
Pennies or quarters?
Quarter. No.
Because pennies is
How important is this thing you're doing right now? Wait, what?
pennies is pennies. You know what pennies taste like, right?
That's copper. That's copper. What you don't?
Mama, that's a bad thing, right?
Yeah. I would, yeah.
Okay, you gave me a face.
I feel like you enjoyed that.
Yeah.
No. I'm just the conversation's funny. That's it.
Okay.
She shouldn't taste like anything.
I didn't know we was recording. My bad.
Are we not recording? Oh, we absolutely are. What are you doing right now? That's
Y'all were so close together. Y'all were like 5 feet twins. Y'all both got little shorts.
Let's combine arms, please.
Okay, that's how you cut that out.
Yeah, we gonna make sure we cut that out. Let's cut that out, brother.
Huh?
We gonna cut that shit out. When the aroma of heat in the building is strong.
You ain't gonna cut that.
Yeah, we gonna try our hardest to remember cut that part out. You know, sometimes when the editing get kind of heavy.
I sent all the videos.
Yeah, I know.
That game is trying to say.
Oh yeah, we do gotta talk about that.
David stuff?
What you know about that?
Yeah, him editing.
Yeah.
What you know about editing?
Today's Tuesday.
What you know about editing, bro?
Hey, you guys know.
Oh my God! Whoa, we have the editor and the editor here.
Do you want the editors to go edit, or do you want me to stay?
Never mind. You got it, man.
Alright, see you later, the editor.
Whoa,
No,
hey,
my editor? No, and editor. Because he starts with the and editor.
You saw that, huh?
There's only one of us in this room that can't get things out on time.
Look at it. Keep looking at it.
Only one. I was about to die from up, and he just. But it's all love, though. It's all love, though. It's the competition is a good thing. It makes you better. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta compete.
Fit it.
Well, I have to actually record it as well, so I just don't edit. So, but Chris doesn't even. I don't know what's wrong with the editor, but. All right, editor.
He didn't even get that.
He gets that and none of that, yo. Yo, what up, podcast people? It's the one and only legend of winning, aka Low. We back with another episode of the Peer to Peer Podcast. On my left, I got two special people in my lives. You know, going crazy. First, I got my co-host Agent Zero. Say what's up.
And
I'm just doing you.
co-host and.
Okay, I'm doing you first.
What am I? What am I to you?
Oh wow, you're possessive. Huh? Niggas possessive about that title.
No, watch out. Okay, yeah, Agent Zero, man, what's good with y'all? You know what I'm saying? Busy day. Chris was just slunk in the collab room, just caught me out. I didn't even know he was at the crib the whole time, man. But Chris at the crib, man. So I said, yo, Chris, let's get you on the pod, man. Chris said, yo, why was you ignoring me the whole day? I've been calling you as you've been walking back and forth through the bar.
I said, we literally looked at each other's eyes. You know what I'm saying?
And he didn't say nothing.
He didn't say nothing.
Bro, I didn't
I
see
don't
him.
know. I don't know. Maybe.
Did I have my glasses on, bro?
I don't know. Look. That doesn't matter. You can see a human
That's
figure,
what I'm saying.
right?
I didn't see.
You know.
Yeah,
you know,
I heard a voice and I just figured it was Waleed.
Listen.
You sound like Waleed.
No, but Waleed.
Waleed is-
Am I supposed to assume somebody's sitting in the collab room quiet as shit?
I said, yo, Agent, what's up? How you doing? Oh, okay. You just walk past.
Walk right by.
And look, maybe I was like, oh, maybe he's angry because it's been past Monday. You know what I'm saying? No AMP upload. You feel me? And so Agent is like, trying to take it out on me. You feel me? Like trying to ignore me until the video is uploaded. Then he'll be like, okay, now.
You one of them type people?
No, I'm not passive aggressive in the least. I dead ass did not see you. And then I was like, did I hear some shit from that room? And I did this, and I ain't see nothing. So you must have been camouflaged. That's what the problem was.
Yeah.
I threw up a greeting sign.
Bro, but hey, keep in mind, did I not? Who did I call today? Did I call you, Lo? Asking? No, I didn't. But I've been looking for my glasses all day. But I did. I was on the phone with you. I was like, I can't find my
Oh,
glasses.
you just said it. You didn't call me about it though. But you told me.
Yeah, so I couldn't find my glasses. That was really just a miscommunication.
But you're not
Chris.
that blind though.
I swear.
Because if you were that blind, you wouldn't be able to just take off your glasses right now. Because if I take off my glasses, I legitimately.
But he was the same
especially
texture as
with
the
these
couch,
lights,
though, bro.
Especially with these lights.
with these lights beaming in my eyes, I could not take off my
Hey,
glasses.
I'm not. My vision not as bad as yours. I'm just saying. Hey, Chris, I never meant to ignore you. I never meant to make you cry for tonight.
I'm uploading some AMP videos.
Hey,
Wait, are you? Are you? You uploading tonight? Damn, all that sin from editing, right?
How's your dad?
But don't say it like that
I did say it like a little. I'm sorry about
You
that.
said a little seductive.
Yeah.
I love my dad. He's
Of course.
It's amazing.
For the cameras. Look at the camera, say.
I look alike.
I don't know which one to look at.
It's one in the middle.
Look in the middle.
Okay.
You can look at me.
Okay.
No.
No.
Hey,
No.
introduce him, man. Who's this guy?
Yo, and also on my left I have Chris, AMP Chris,
Yeah.
the editor Chris. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Say what up, bro.
How y'all doing? My name is Christopher Nexidorian. I'm 22, an unsuccessful YouTuber. Very late editor. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we still get when the videos drop, they can be bangers now. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's a fun.
yeah.
Sometimes.
And behind the producer table, as always, we got John.
You know what's going on, man. Don't need to say too much, but I will.
You will.
No, you're good. You're good.
But you will.
Where my cameraman, man? Where my cameraman?
Outside.
In a box, as it's been for the last 2 weeks.
I've been walking past my cam for 2 weeks.
Yeah, dead ass. No,
Everybody asks about where's my cam. They trying to see my face, my lips, my eyes, my nostrils.
And you know what's crazy? We get that blessing. We get to see you, but they don't get to see you,
They don't
man.
even see the faces.
They saw you. They saw you last episode. It's cool.
Huh?
They saw you last episode. It's cool.
You're good for the next 6 episodes, bro.
Also, Parks is which is crazy, right? Joe
All
Budden.
the 13-year-old kids that watch this, like, they
Hey,
just
man.
so sad.
Okay, we gotta start here. Yo, shout out to all my audio people out there on all platforms: Google Play, Stitcher, Audio Mac, right?
Nah.
Spotify,
For 5 minutes.
and Apple Podcasts. Rate us a 5-star.
Oh, you gotta say the thing?
We in there.
Oh, okay. I want to say it. Okay.
Also, shout out to my people out there on YouTube as well. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, leave a comment in the comment section below, hit the like button, and when you want to be updated when we drop these videos every Monday and Thursday, make sure you hit the notification bell so you can join
Noti Squad, the Bat Squad on YouTube. You know what it is, boy. You know what I'm saying?
You killed it, man.
Yeah.
You did great.
Hey, who are they?
You didn't though.
He did.
Noti Squad.
I don't know who
Notice
Noti
Squad. You
Squad.
don't know Notice Squad?
I don't know who Noti Squad is.
I don't know.
I don't know who that is.
You on PBS?
Yes, doesn't sound like it. That's like, we in the spot over here. It's straight games,
Oh,
nigga.
Noti Mob, the best mob on YouTube.
I don't know what that means.
I guess there's still synonyms for gangs before you get on the
It must be on
podcast.
TV Land. TV Land?
Oh yeah.
The one where The Walking Dead?
You know, Chris, I'm not gonna allow you to disrespect Know the Game like that.
Wait,
So,
one time.
So we got a set, so we're a gang, right?
yeah, we're a gang. You gonna throw it up?
If you don't, we're going to beat you after this. That's why.
You gotta get jumped. That's the part of the podcast we don't tell niggas. You get jumped. You get jumped after
Everybody
the
who's fucked up the Noti gang.
Yeah, y'all, everybody messing up.
That's why Kai was limping after the episode.
Facts.
Exactly.
Facts.
That's my lip was swollen that one time, because I didn't know what to say. Shit out of me.
My bad. I apologize about
Lo got
that.
some heavy hands on him, too. Don't sleep on him, too. You got that do-rag on, too. I'm his friend. All love, though. You know, after I'm adapting.
Yeah, it's all love.
Family,
Just in case there's a second appearance, they gotta get it right. They'll remember next time.
Shout out to my Naughty gang. Oh man, niggas said that extra hard. It's like, don't beat my ass.
Yeah, you make sure you say with your chest, you get your shit beat, too.
And also shout out to all my people out there, word of mouth on all other social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and of course TikTok. So let's get right into it, bro. Chris, I guess tell us where you from, where you started and stuff like that, because I think a lot of people may not know who you are, because of course you do a lot of behind the scenes things. You now getting a little bit more in part of the camera, but I think most people know you for
But
behind the scenes.
disrespect you. You say you mainly behind the scenes, man.
No, I'm saying
Like you haven't been in the last 12 videos or something like that, man. Why he disrespecting you like that?
Well, people want to know where he came from because he was always a part of AMP.
Yo, they
Like, where he
trying to
came
say they
from.
don't know you from. He trying to say they don't know where you from, man.
Like you Chris Nex.
He said, yo, he know you from Maryland because he watched the 100,000 calorie video. Why is he playing with you, bro?
Yeah.
I know America, my girl's from DMV. She told me about it.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't wear no New Balances today.
We can't wear shoes in here because he don't like us wearing shoes in the house.
Upstairs.
He's a dictator.
Baltimore
Nine,
Mania.
nine,
No.
nine, New Balance 990s. That's the staple shoe of the DMV. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all wear New Balances?
Yeah.
Man, it's only that specific shoe. You know what I'm saying? New Balance
Y'all wear New
990s.
Balance?
He don't understand.
Yeah, he don't
He
understand.
He don't understand culture is from Toronto. They just
Yeah,
steal other
they
people's
just steal
culture.
other people's shit.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You violating right now, but I'm gonna allow it just because you're my co-host and best friend. But if you was an acquaintance, I'd have to violate right back.
Oh, okay.
All right, tell us where you're from, man.
I was born out of Southeast DC. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Moved to Maryland. You know, my mom, you know, is in Southeast DC. My dad is Nigerian, so he's from, you know, yeah,
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Okay.
So that's they did that little thing. I was a Christmas accident, and then
Oh, wow. Okay. What?
yeah.
They tell you that?
They told you that? Yeah.
I was one of those after a great Christmas. You know, I
So your birthday around September?
October 1st.
Oh, okay, so that makes sense. That about add up.
Yeah.
How does it feel to grow up being an accident?
Okay, when I say accident, I mean they still wanted me. You know what I'm
Oh.
saying? Maybe not my dad, but my mom definitely wanted me. You know what I'm
They
saying?
planned for you to be here.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
they not. That's
They
the opposite
accidentally
of that.
planned for you. Like you came and it was just like, got a little kid here now. Shit, I'm gonna keep him.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that. That's love. That's love.
Yeah.
That's love.
Yeah.
At least they didn't drop you off at the front of a random
I don't
person's
know.
house.
That's not
like the
love.
plot of
That's-
Little Man.
There's a lot of opposite shit
Nah,
right
That's
now.
content, actually. That's the definition of content.
Nah.
Just flush, swallow.
You could have. Yup, that's for sure.
You ever heard someone say that before? That's
You
the
could have
most-
been aborted, nigga.
most disrespectful joke ever. A kid that your mom should have swallowed.
It is disrespectful.
That's so disrespectful, bro. I heard that first joke in middle school, 7th grade. We was winning Jones. Dude said that, lost immediately. Everybody was looking at him.
You think he was the creator of that?
No, he didn't originate that.
Oh, okay.
He's a curator. Anyway, he wasn't a curator.
Hey, all right. So your parents
Nigerian,
met, and then they had
accident
you,
baby on Christmas.
and then you grew up. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
This is so retarded, I swear. Oh my god. So,
So you're in high school, and you know what I'm saying, you're doing your little thing, man. How did you get to editing? Did you try some other shit? How did you find out this is what you wanted to do? At some point, you was making videos. Talk to us about that.
Alright, so growing up, man, I always, like, everything I did, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I was growing up, I wanted to be a wrestler, right?
Like WWE or like
WWE.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was wearing tights around the house type shit, you know what I'm saying? All types
What's
of
your
shit.
favorite wrestler?
I know it's Jeff Hardy. Jeff
Oh,
Hardy.
that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Oh, I used to do that. His turnbuckle shit on kids at Chuck E. Cheese. Swear I was injuring people.
Yeah.
The shit he does. I know what you're talking about.
Lonzo Sunflower Firebomb. He was hard. Like
Yeah.
when he fought Mark Henry at one time, Monday Night Raw,
Mm-hmm.
like at 9:16.
We call it
Oh,
specific
bro.
episodes.
You remember that episode?
No, I don't, because
They featherweight belt.
they in two different weight
They don't
classes.
still actually featherweight belts.
Yeah, Mark Henry's like in the biggest weight class, and Jeff Hardy's like.
Nah, he lost weight. He was doing that Subway commercial. You see him? That nigga had to lose half his body.
Yeah.
Still would not even be in the same weight class.
Yeah, he's literally the strongest man alive, dude.
That's not a big show.
Which is crazy.
What about the great Khali? What about the great Khali?
He's even bigger.
He's actually bigger than both of them, actually.
Man,
All right, so you fuck with Jeff Hardy. I did too. Okay, we had that in common.
Be a wrestler, try to do some wrestling shit. Do that out. Yeah, I want to be a meteorologist, you know what I'm saying? Be a weatherman. I kept thinking everything was a tornado. You know what I'm saying? Anytime the clouds were dark, I was like, that's a tornado. You gotta.
How old were you?
This is around 12, 13 ish.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Then I threw that out the window because clearly,
Thank
you know,
God
my
you did that.
calculations.
Can you imagine? Thank God.
Can you imagine him at recess, like, nah, it's about to be a tornado, guys. Just a little bit of wind picks up, like, this is it. I know what this sounds like.
Yeah, you're gonna die. Leave your bag, just pray.
You pulled a few fire alarms in your time.
Then I want to be an NBA player. You know, like,
No, I have two. Don't look at him like that.
I don't want to say, but what age is this now at this point?
this just getting into high school. So it's like,
Okay.
you know what
That's
I'm
about
saying?
the time people's
Yeah,
NBA
that's
dreams get crushed.
yeah, right around that
Yeah,
time.
pretty much. So before high school, and then I got to high school. I tried to try out for the team, and talent was just so much different. You know what I'm saying?
totally different.
Just so
Totally
much
different.
different. So I was like, okay, let me just throw that out the window. You know what I'm saying? So then I started watching more movies and movies and movies, and I was like, oh, this is dope. So in the summer, I went to a summer camp and into like a filmmaking summer camp or something like that, and I learned how to edit off of fucking iMovie.
Classic.
So when I learned off of iMovie, you know, it's like I got so good at it. I was like, is this all I could do on it? Because iMovie is like it's down here.
Yeah.
Editing software. So you know, I started.
You was looking for motion tracking. They ain't have it there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know. So iMovie, you couldn't. So say if you want to put two images on the screen, you can only put one. You know what I'm saying?
You bro?
You know what I'm saying?
Back in the day,
you can only put
damn.
only one. So I'm like, like how? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I started watching movies, and I felt like editing was a great way to tell stories. So now, this is where I'm at now. You know.
No, you kind of skipped a lot right there.
I did skip.
Yeah.
So no, I mean that's still dope because that means you knew what you were good at in high school though.
Yeah.
Was that what you were
Which
good
is
at,
rare.
or what you just like to do?
That's what I like to do.
So when did you realize you were good at it?
Still after high school. So
Okay.
I started a YouTube channel.
When was this?
This is 20. This is probably right after I graduated. So this is either 2016 or 2017. Maybe like it. So I graduated in 2016. I think it was 2016. Started a YouTube channel. I was just playing around. Did that 2K stuff. You know.
Of course. I think we all started.
I like the basketball a little bit.
Oh, of course.
So what's a better way to find gaming, basketball, and editing?
A better way.
You know, so boom, make a 2K YouTube channel. You know.
Why are you doing this in the middle of the podcast?
I feel like 2K, unfortunately, this guy missed a shot in 2K, and you have to do 20 push-ups for your video.
No.
Don't do that.
Hey, back up, bro.
Don't
We're
do
doing a
that.
podcast right
I
now.
don't have time for
Hey,
this.
link in the description for the podcast.
Do your
Link in the
push-ups.
description.
I don't have time for this. Do your
Promo. Always got a
push-ups.
promo.
Do your push-ups.
I'm not doing no fucking push-ups.
You missed the shot.
Yeah, bro, these guys said, and I quote,
I don't
in
have
the
time
video,
for your speech.
They
I don't
said
have time
first
for
person
this.
to miss does 20 push-ups. I was the third person to miss.
Good luck.
Yo, pack them up, bro. And on top of that, I was the only one to make a shot. Those guys was breaking left and
Did
right.
the second person who missed did a push-up?
Yeah, I don't know why. They're stupid.
No,
Right.
do your push-ups.
Yo, Willie, I'm not doing no push-ups. I just got a massage done.
Y'all see this?
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all see this?
Hey, Willie, come on. We're doing a podcast.
Hurry up then. Stop wasting my time.
Happy ending?
Yeah. What?
I mean,
take out
I know, that's not how massages work, bro.
Alright, I don't have time for you. Bye. Hey guys, you know John's birthday's coming up soon?
That's
Happy
great.
birthday,
We're gonna get
John.
John a new chair for his birthday.
27th,
Gotcha,
right?
Yeah, that's right.
27th.
That's right.
It's
I'm glad you remembered.
2022, right? Big 22.
Big 22.
Man, I remember those days. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so you found out you graduate, boom. Davis didn't, so congratulations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Off rip. Did you give a fuck about graduating? You're thinking college now? Maybe dive into this YouTube thing? What's your mind at?
So ninth grade, 10th grade, I was a terrible student. Ninth grade, I almost stayed back. 10th grade, I went to summer school after that. You know, after ninth grade. 10th grade, you know, I just got by. You feel me? So you know, at that point, I wasn't thinking about school. And then 11th grade, you know, I found out I have ADHD.
They just be saying that.
And then I
How'd
think
you find out?
ADHD is fake. I think
It's not
fake.
fake. It's not fake.
Nah, that's bro. You can't. Man, it's just people are easily distracted because people's on there's too much distractions in today's world, and so when a kid is born and just habitually is distracted,
He's not talking about today's world, though. He's talking who's younger.
No, did you have a phone at that age when you found out?
Yeah.
All right then.
Well, what phone you had?
Right, so.
It's
You remember like the HTC and shit like
Oh,
that. I had
classic
I
brand.
had
write my messages and draw my own emojis. I have my own emojis.
Yeah, you can.
Hold on, what in
And then
20
sell a phone with a stylus, yo.
in 2013 it wasn't like no crazy social media wasn't popular
Bro,
like that in
he just
2013.
was. This was not 2013. This was around the time he graduated,
He
right?
just
No,
said
no,
it.
no, no, no. He said
Oh,
ninth
you had a
grade.
phone in 2013 anyway. I had a little slidey phone back
You had a
then.
BlackBerry, the Sidekick,
The rich people
the
had
Google
Blackberries.
phone, the Google phone.
Nah,
Rich people had Google
that was
Pixels back in
fast.
the
Nah,
day.
Yeah.
the transition from 2013 to 14 was a big, you know, like
What
20,
year is
what
that?
year is
20, my bad.
2013? Yeah, 2013.
What year is that?
How else can I explain
I'm like, nigga,
the year of the elephant? I don't know, bro.
what?
It went from Android to iPhone.
Yeah.
Everybody started getting
Because
an iPhone.
only rich people have iPhones.
Yeah.
You start off with budget phones. Like I had the OnePlus off rip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get your little budget Androids.
Samsungs weren't cheap though. It was just like it was the prep the
No,
thing
there
that
was
changed
cheap.
it.
There was cheap Samsungs.
But the good I had the good Samsung. I had the big fat
The S, the S.
Galaxies, the S series.
Yeah. Okay.
Those were expensive. They're about the same price as iPhone, but then
Yeah,
you
it
had
was, which is a bad deal.
iMessage and FaceTime, but really made people switch over.
Yeah, for real. Just
Yeah.
not being able to FaceTime people, I feel like would be
Google
miserable.
died. Google was lit.
Google. Oh
Google
my
was
god.
lit.
Yeah, bro.
But then you had to on your phone, you had to ask for it, Google, but then people were like, oh, let me FaceTime you right quick. I have my Galaxy, it's big as shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
I had
had
a little clip too.
You had to wear khakis just so you had a pocket to fit your phone
Yeah,
in.
only wear the cargos.
Yeah.
I had to sneak my phone a couple times. A lot of times to be exact, but that's
To
another
class?
stuff. That on me.
Oh.
I did say in ninth grade and 10th grade, I was damn near retarded. I was not put the R word. I was down.
We
I,
did.
I, I would.
We
I,
saw. We had an AMP goes back to school and you didn't make it, bro. We know.
Yeah.
Rapping?
Huh?
No. Okay, so what do we? All right, no.
What did he say?
You say you rapping. So ADHD.
ADHD.
Is that real?
Yes, it's a real.
Probably extreme cases where it's
probably-
real, but I guarantee doctors just like, does he get distracted easily? Boom, that's what he has. Here's pills, suppress him.
But that's been a thing before.
That's so sad.
Like cell phones were.
Did they do that with you? Did you get pills for it?
Yeah.
For real? Do you take them?
Well, I ain't gonna lie. Look. I think the pill is a, it tricks the mind. Yeah. So as I'm taking those, it just made me like I think I just motivated myself. And I'm like, oh, I'm taking these. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go there, go to school, work hard, blah blah blah. My grades start getting higher, start getting on the road and everything. 12th grade.
All right, what a turnaround.
Yeah, on the road again. So like maybe I have a chance. Maybe I have a chance in college. But look, I never been big on school. I don't like going to class and everything like that. I think I like meeting new people more than just going to school.
Yeah, that's probably the best part about going to college.
Huh? No, in ninth grade and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I did wear the fat daddies. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Fat eggs, yeah.
Those. It's like, no, fat daddies are like big.
I'm gonna say,
No.
I'm gonna say, they modern. They crazy.
I mean,
Try my
you
shoes.
got it.
I know not talking about his Levi's.
No.
I'm gonna say, these are Levi's. Ain't that straight, nigga?
Yeah, you're right, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna put some of my trues on real quick.
Not the horseshoe.
Not about that horseshoe in my back pocket, nigga.
Not the horseshoe. Don't flex on him like that. You gotta do it too.
Oh, so what you wearing? Cause you wear Helly Hansen's too?
Now, I was never into the Helly Hansons. That was a DMV thing as well. It's a DMV staple. It died down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I wasn't really into the Helly Hansons. One, I couldn't afford it. Two, my mom wasn't gonna pay for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Huh? My dad?
Yeah.
Hell no. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even gonna bring him up. You know what I'm saying? So and then I ended up after school. I ended up going to community college, and then I transferred afterwards to film school. So,
And how long you been in film school for?
2 years, or 1.5 years. So transferred to Sky. It was good. You know what I'm saying? I still don't like school. You know what I'm saying? So
Of
that's
course.
where we at.
That's a fact.
I feel like school.
Yeah.
How you feel about school? Cause film school, all right, the film school, I feel like it's good for connections, but I feel like it's overly expensive. Like I think I'm just anti-college just because of the expense.
Yeah, it's a waste of money, largely. I don't. What, my answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's a large waste of money, and you can do everything you do in school, outside of school, unless you need certification through school. That's it. Like, you don't need to go to school to be a film director. Honestly, and I wouldn't. And I'm pretty sure you've had people from the industry come in and give you guys speeches and shit, right?
Yeah.
Do any of them say like the degree is very important? No, they just talk to you about like different skills you learn that's very important. And that's all shit you do by just trying shit.
You mind having a talk with my dad then?
No, you have immigrant parents, so
Huh?
they don't care. My parents still think I belong in school. Like, I kept showing my mom, like, Mom, this is what my bank account is looking like. And then she'd be like, I don't know, I just want to see you graduate though. It's just different.
But my mom is the same way too. My mom was like, so you finishing right? I'm like, not. I mean, maybe in the distant future, but
Yeah.
right now, no.
I just lied though. My parents are in Ethiopia technically, so they couldn't verify ever. So I just said I was in school and I wasn't because I knew that was right. And even if I wasn't, I'd be happy with being wrong. But there was no point. I had to pay off 30,000 in debt, bro. And I didn't give a fuck how much money I was making. It was depressing to let go of 30,000 for some shit for literally a piece of paper that I didn't even get, by the way. But even if I got it, would still have been useless.
Scott?
Yeah.
If you go all 4 years, you're talking about 150,000.
Yeah, no,
Imagine looking in the
shit,
mail.
eyes light up.
Imagine looking in the mail and you see a paper with your name on it saying you owe $150,000.
No, you don't need that. It's
But the fact
experience.
that that's okay, like that's to me, that's the
That's
wild
not,
thing.
and you can't default on it, which is dead ass predatory.
Which is ridiculous.
You're 18, you agree to a $150,000 loan. In which other planet do they let someone without checking credit or making sure they can pay something back, give them a loan that large that they have to pay back? There's no running from it.
Unsubsidized loans, meaning not only as soon as you start your first day of class, that is not going to really be 150,000. It's going to be added on interest. Like,
Oh yeah,
it's not even like
Wait,
like
the
when
interest starts when you
when you
start.
start.
Some
that's
no,
true predatory.
there's different ones.
Okay.
Some are subsidized where they'll wait till you get done with college and then
Yeah, that's how it was first. They give us 6 months after we graduate.
6 or 8 months afterwards. Then you can even default for another 6 months as well. But there are unsubsidized ones that will start interest as soon as you take out the loan.
Yeah, Chris, you don't need that. I mean, listen. Okay, so here's the thing. I get it. You don't want to do it, but it's your parents. But your parents aren't you, bro. Like, this was gonna happen. You're gonna finish school, and your parents aren't paying that money, right? You're gonna have to pay it, and then you're gonna be like in your mid-20s, late 20s, and you're gonna feel a little resentful that you followed your parents' orders, even though you knew that that wasn't the best thing for you. And you're gonna have to each paycheck of yours with all the money you have, you're gonna have to pay back this bullshit that you didn't even want to do. And it's the same thing for me. Like, I just left school, and then I told my mom, like, yeah, I'm going to school part time. I just really want to do this. And they both thought that I was wrong, but that's because just in Nigeria and Ethiopia, the only way you get out is by school. Like, there was no YouTube video you could make. There's nothing you could do to get out of the situation but be in school. So they just want you to not fuck up the opportunity of living and growing up in America. Because I don't know how it is with your mom, but your dad didn't have it. And I know people in Africa, they're like, it's their favorite thing. It's like, they heard that they can come to America, no one's gonna say no to that.
Yeah.
Because it's such a brilliant opportunity. So your parents just don't want you to
Oh
fuck
no
that
no
up.
no! My mom, okay. My mom, she's very supportive. Whatever I do, she's very supportive. My dad, I don't even tell him what I do. I just tell him I make money. Like, and then even that is not enough.
No, that's just how he came up, though. I'm telling you, I wouldn't follow to the T what my parents want. Because at the end of the day, he just wants you to be happy. Yeah. And if you think that school is making you miserable and you could be happy doing some other shit, and on top of that, make a load of money, and on top of that, get relevant experience for some shit that you want to do, you might not understand it, but later on, he's gonna understand it. Like, now my parents understand it, because at first they thought, like, it's gonna be like 6 months and it's gonna be over, right? Like, they just thought this was some short shit. I was trying to explain to them, like, no, I'm trying to build some massive, like, a lifelong thing. And now that they've been seeing me do it since I left school in 2017, I've been doing it for over 3 years now, full time. Now they're like, oh, okay. And then now they see me doing shit. Like I have the flexibility to leave whenever I want. I could pay for whatever I want. Like when I'm calling my mom, like, I don't even feel the need to tell her I have a fourth car. Like it's gonna hit her. Like I could buy whatever I want now, and that's a flexibility I earned by taking the risk. And so they're cool with it, but I think they still want me to graduate. That's only because they grew up with the dream of seeing you graduate and them clapping and tearing up and shit. So you just have to get yeah, all of that shit. You just have to give them something else to be excited about. And I think you're really talented. And I don't know how closely your parents follow you, but like beyond talented. I remember, and we're gonna get into it a little later, but I remember when Davis brought you up. We're like, we need an editor for A&P, and Davis brought you up, and I was like, no, nigga, I'm gonna find another editor. Because I remember I met you once in DC, and I wasn't really impressed. Like you were cool, but I was like, I've seen a couple of his videos before.
What the fuck?
And I was like, I don't know, man, because I'm really straightforward. So I just say like when I don't think something is the best move. And then Dave was like, nah, you just have to see some of his videos. And I saw a couple of your videos, and I was like, man, I don't know if he could do that on a weekly basis, though. Like, he might not be able to. Yeah, I might have been right about that. But then I asked around, and I found like this industry editor, and the briefcase video. There was another. His name is conveniently Chris. He put together the briefcase video, and when I watched it back, I was like, are we just not entertaining? Like the overall video. Keep in mind, AP videos is more complicated. So we just did a bad job of shooting the video. We weren't as good, and I just had to sit down. Me, Davis, and Phantom were talking. We're like, yo, bro, what the fuck is this? So then we took that video and gave it to you, and you miraculously put it together. And it wasn't even like you did crazy special effects. You just knew how to tell the story of what happened that day in a way that was incredibly entertaining. And you took this garbage video that we would not have fucking uploaded and made it into a mid video, which is a fucking accomplishment considering we did a bad job shooting the content, we didn't account for lighting issues, cameras died in the middle of it, and you didn't even have the raw footage. You just took the guy's final edit, so you didn't have the accessory.
Really? Wow. You had used footage and retook his used footage.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie,
It was impressive.
That's very
So we literally all got on a call, and I was like, "Nigga, I was wrong. Like, yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, this needs to be the person."
Yeah.
And then on top of, and then we have you on the team. You're editing, boom. We got ahead by like 8 weeks, so you had a buffer to kind of get the hang of things. And then like you got on camera for the first few videos. And I remember, I think Waleed said, I think it was around like the rapping video. He's like, Chris might not be like great on camera off rep. I remember he said that to you. And then like the camera was put on you, and I was like, nigga, he's murdering it. Like the ad lib bit that you did, like this guy's incredible. And then over the last like few months, you've immediately emerged as like one of the most entertaining people in A&P. In a group full of people that have been creating content for so fucking long. So then you can't sit here and tell me that being in school is a better opportunity. If you've already proved that you're incredible in many different ways, like you come to Atlanta, shoot these videos, and go home and then edit the videos. Is there any other group where their editor is this versatile? There's no fucking group. To the point where like it wasn't even our time to have these videos off rip. Like maybe in a couple
And you remember when I first started, like when you watch the first AP videos that are edited, it don't even say edited by Chris Hemsworth. It's just the video just has like every video has a different intro. So like in the beginning it just never said edited by Chris Hemsworth. Man of the Asians, like, do you not want clout? Like y'all was basically like. Then I just was like, okay, let me start doing that. And then y'all start putting me in the videos, and I was like, that just kept bringing me in. When I was like basically pulling back every time, like I kept pulling back, and y'all kept like telling me, like, basically welcoming.
I'm telling you, and they make it very clear to everyone around them how
That's definitely just some stuff.
But my little sister, she already taught. She does volleyball. To say like a relationship thing, girls, I don't bring them to my house. I don't even bring friends.
I've done that. So
My dad sees how I act.
with his dad being a foreigner, the way that he grew up, the way he
necessarily though.
No. Strict parents. I don't know how they don't think their kids will rebel. And
be surprised by like you putting restrictions on what your child can do even when they're growing. Why would you ever put restrictions on them and then when they start rebelling, just act surprised like, oh, where is this coming from? Like you can't, like you literally just cannot do that. That doesn't make any sense at all. And to a degree, we all have done that. So like I don't like that should be expected.
We both lied to our parents, so I'm not gonna tell you to be honest.
All three of us.
When you're a strict parent, they create the biggest liars in the world. I literally for my dad, I literally feel like I have to lie every single time, which I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to feel like that. Like my mom, I could go and talk to her about relationships. I could talk about school, anything. I could talk about any situation. And
do you feel like there's a portion of your relationship with your father that you're missing out because that support isn't there?
I think he cares too much, which is a valid thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you should, but I think you are
tone down the
a lot of it. You know what I'm saying?
The only reason why I say that is because with me not having a father, there are certain stages of my life that I'm getting to now where it's like it's so obvious that I kind of look back at sometimes and be like, damn, I just did all of that without him not only being there, but also without him guiding me. There's just certain things and aspects of life that I can't talk to my literally I can't.
I can't. I feel like I'm in the same seat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, my dad. To say like a relationship thing, girls, I don't bring them to my house. I don't even bring friends to my house.
Yeah.
So me in high school, I think I was in one relationship, and then it ended so fast because it's pointless. Because one relationship before high school, I don't even think that counts unless I still going to this day.
Yeah, facts.
But like, pretty much, like, I would like this. I would just flirt with girls, and then no, it don't go far because it's no point. I'm gonna have to continue to lie, just to see you, and I still kind of do it to this day. Like I literally lie just to. But that's just being in my father's, household.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, this sucks because you're 22 and you still live with your parents. Because being 18 and going to uni was like so dope because there was like, huh?
University.
Yeah, university. It's because it's just like it's free. Like I don't know how it is with your family. But my mom would just wake up yelling. She's like, Malak, and she used to be screaming in the morning. God damn.
Do you I say you in the house alone, or your mom just isn't there. Does the energy shift when she gets home?
Yeah,
I know.
I have to think like, yo, in them dishes, did I take the chicken out? Did I? Like you just immediately start worrying about like 16 things that could have went wrong.
Yeah.
Like, did I put my shoes where they're supposed to be at? Because there's no rules when you live by yourself. You just make your own rules up. For better or for worse, like you can like do a nosedive into a deep depression being by yourself, but you could also just have the self-control to manage all of life's responsibilities by yourself. Yeah, I feel like yeah, you've been at home for a while now, and it's one thing because when you leave home, then you start missing your family because you don't see them anymore, especially depending on how far you move. But yeah, I mean, do you live with both your parents right now?
My dad lives in Maryland. My mom lives in VA, Virginia.
So they're not too far apart.
Probably like an hour.
And you live with who mainly?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna talk to my dad. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk to my dad. See what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just don't even try and convince him.
Yeah, I know. Y'all. I think you should try to convince. Just think, because I think a lot of times
you can't convince him.
Yeah, I don't think you should try to
my
convince
sister
him.
did. She just went and did it. She got out. Like if you're under his, he has rules. Like, all right, so like your age, right? He was streaming one day. This is this year. He was streaming one day, and it was after the speed dating video. So basically, um, I, I was trolling the whole time. I wasn't tripping about the video. I got what curved or something like that, or it was something. And I guess, she said, the girl said, you're trying to act like a pretty boy without the pretty or some shit like that. And then your age
to Rich?
Huh?
What she said? She said to you? Okay.
Well, it's content. She said it was content. So, you know what I'm saying? No,
All
don't
right.
do that.
Yeah.
She said it was
Don't
content.
play with that boy. Not one of them.
So, your age calls on the stream, you got into the videos, and he calls me on the phone. It's like 1:30 something. So he calls me. He's like, Chris, what happened? What happened? Blah blah blah. I was like, why are you trolling or whatever? All types of stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
My dad knocks on the door. Chris. I'm like, oh shit. My dad's right there at the door. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're, hey, Rage, my dad is on my ass right now. I literally said it like that. Like, I was like, and then I hung it up.
Yeah.
Hung up the phone. Rage calls me back. My dad is still knocking on the door. Like, Chris, why are you still up? Blah, blah, blah. Bro, I am 22 years. I'm 22 years old.
He said, he just walking through the hallway, just making sure you sleep. Hey, Ray, how you doing?
He like a CPU on. My dad thought that was a door. He like a CPU on Splinter Cell, just
You
monitoring
not
the halls.
sleeping? Hey, Dad. Why?
And then when he went back to bed, I tried to, call him back, call your Reese back, and try to make something funny. I mean, but it was kind of like I wasn't even myself at that point. I was just trying to hurry up and he's on shoot. So but like it's stuff like that. But it's just because it's his rules. It's how he was grown. It's how he grew up. So I needed this man up. Me, I'm like me. I don't like when there's tension. I just like, bro, you have it, like whoever.
Yeah.
I'm just like I'm not about to argue or anything.
Yeah.
I just let him have it. My sister was arguing, back and forth for years, and it got her nowhere.
Yeah.
She was depressed, everything like that. She just got out. Yeah. That's what I need to do. That's literally what I need to do. Like, literally just.
Yeah, I think you need to be more unagreeable. Like, there's a lot of times where I like walking, like, for example, let's say I don't like something that you edited, like, I'll tell you. And then I actually don't care how you feel about what I just told you was, because that's how I felt and I wasn't not going to say it. But you wouldn't do the same thing with me. Like, if you thought that I would hate some shit, then I feel like you wouldn't tell me about it because you don't want to risk, like, conflict for whatever reason. And just be more unagreeable. Like, you're not going to hurt people's feelings. At the end of the day, like, imagine that you're the director of, like, it's a feature film, boom, Sony's funding it. Like, you got all these big publishers. You don't think you're going to have to have conflict with this big-time fucking actor that's not playing by the rules, didn't show up on time? No, you're going to have to get in people's face and tell them exactly what the fuck you want. In a lot of times. And if you're 22 and your dad is still strict, it's because you allow him to be strict, if that makes sense. Like, there was a point where, like, my dad went from very strict to, like, you're an adult, so don't fuck up. There was, like, a point where he just did that.
But I think that just comes with, because I think they're always just, I think parents are just so accustomed to treating you a certain way because that's how you're raised. And then once you start calling the shots in your own life, and then those decisions in your life start to pan out, I think that's when the transition from just having respect for you as an adult comes from. Because at the end of the day, he just wants the best for you, and his ideology, his rationale is like, yo, this is what's best for you, right? Yeah. So in his belief, like, why are you, like, being up at 1:30? To him, it doesn't even translate to being up at 1:30 in the morning. Is a great.
8 hours.
Yeah, of course.
That's all he wants.
So to him, that's not even like that's really all it is.
But it's just stupid shit. My dad, like another thing I think strict parents do. They try to compare a lot to someone's successful.
Yeah,
so, like,
they probably did
my
it with your
dad-
sister, right?
Huh?
If your sister's like my parents did that with my brother all the time. Like,
Oh,
look
it's
what
not
your
my-
brother did. How can
or
your cousin? Like your cousin graduated.
Yeah, your cousin Bobby. You know, he got 5 cars. He getting his masters. You know what I'm saying? And you still out here editing videos. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Go get your degree.
Yeah.
That sucks though. I mean, I think compare people.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Because like parents have like this bragging competition, depending on where your parents. Did you feel like a Nigerian community where your parents are at, or like a community of other parents that they fuck with, like they might meet up with every once in a while?
Around America, yeah.
So like my parents, like there's like dozens and thousands of Ethiopian parents. They just be talking. So it's like parents just want to be able to say that you graduated. Just to talk shit to next parents sometimes. I swear I know some parents are heavily motivated by their ability to talk shit about what their kids have accomplished.
Parents talking about graduation, you're the only parent there, and now you're so what's Dean doing?
Exactly, and they don't have an answer. And they're gonna get that question a lot because when you call like a family member, how are you doing? How are the kids?
Where school you at? What grade you in right now?
Yeah.
Graduate next year?
And they're not gonna have an answer for you if you don't grad, because it's just nice to be able to say that you did it. But is it so nice that it's worth the debt and the time spent? And really, the reality is the opportunity cost of the shit you could have otherwise been doing. And that's the big question. The university by far the biggest benefit is the people you meet. But if you're doing it all online, then you
still have the opportunity to.
You can meet people. Like you hop in Google chat rooms and shit. I don't know what they be doing in university nowadays. But it's like the biggest benefit of uni is cut in half now. Because you can't just. It's different when you can just network with people and look them in the eye and grab their number. Because there's like rapport that's built that it's harder to build up online. It's possible you have to go really hard, but it's harder. So
people gonna judge no matter what.
Yeah, no cap.
Successful, they're like, oh wow, so the videos really kicked off. I see. Remember
Swear.
I was holding you. You were small, had you in my pocket, and all this other stuff. If you don't make it, I told you, you should have went to school.
And it's either way.
Not being a top
It's one way or the other.
Yeah, last year I just pulled up to Dallas. No, I think it was really this year I pulled up to Dallas because my grandma was there and she comes to America sometimes. So I was like, I don't know when the last time I'll be able to see her is, and I'm always busy, so I'll just go to Dallas. I just fucking pulled up to Dallas, right? And like I was there with like my mom's sisters and my mom's mom was there, and my mom's sister's husband was like, oh, I see you on YouTube, Agent Zero. And like they invited like a family member that also lived in Dallas because they really loved my videos, etc., etc. And I thought that was really, really weird. So it's different, the spectrum of like, yeah, but he dropped out. But then if I hadn't done all that I've done since I dropped out, like it's so weird.
There's no in between.
Family functions are weird for me now, just to let you know. Like there's cousins and family, like every time I go somewhere, everyone just is staring like this. Like, I don't really want to be in a place where people's gonna be staring at me because I'm not just Dean anymore at that place. Anyways, regardless though, yeah, my dad was strict. And he was always strict. And it like automatic. I think it was when I went to uni. The next time I saw him, like in person after I went to uni, he went from like strict to like, he would just give me advice on shit. Like he'll tell me sometimes about like, yeah, invest your money, do it. And I'd be like, yeah. And he'll just leave it there, like, all right, but you're an adult, don't fuck it up. Because at that point, it's like, yeah, I think it's because you live with him, bro.
Me and my dad almost had a fist fight.
You had a fist fight?
We almost had a fist fight after a basketball game, high school basketball game. That's when.
Oh yeah, you didn't score enough points. My dad.
No.
How your dad fucked you up because he was scoring up points?
He like,
Yo.
my son to go to the league, but he ain't seeing potential. You know
I
what
was
I'm
him.
saying?
He wanted me to go to college for basketball. Like he kept reaching like coaches, wanted me to go visit schools. I didn't want to do basketball.
He tried to like,
he wanted me to play basketball in college so bad, like, or baseball. I was better at baseball than basketball, but he wanted me to play baseball. But I said I have
You mean basketball?
Basketball more excited. It's more fast paced. I hate standing in the center field waiting for a fly ball.
You get paid more though.
You do. I didn't realize at the time, but it's just boring. Like, I didn't have no passion for that though. It's like I'm not gonna be true. You know what I'm saying? So wait, it was that moment we was outside the locker room after the game. He was mad. He was like, I didn't talk to you. He came in the locker room before we huddled. He was like, yeah, Joe, your dad said he walked in. I didn't talk to you. It was like he was man down. So he was out there talking, and we was like yelling. I was in his face, in my face. I put some weight on. I'm like 200 at that point, eye to eye. And like he looking at it. He thought about it. If we would have fought, I probably would have lost. I would have got some hits in. I would have got some good hits in.
Of course.
At that point, you realize that I'm a man now. We see it eye to eye. I'm not afraid of you. You know what I'm saying? And then once you realize that point, once you realize that you're a man, he's not afraid of you, you can't have that over me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't live with him at the time, so I don't have to see him every day. But at that point, he respected me at that point. And then after that, I told him, like, yo, this is what I want to do. I'll call him and let him know this is what I'm going to do. I'll give you, I'm letting you know. I'm not hiding nothing from you. This is what I'm going to do. I thought this would be better for me. Any suggestions or, like, I don't think so well. This is what I'm going to do. I just want to give you a heads up. And then after that point, he didn't like the college thing. He was like, just saying, he's still getting me. Got his friends calling me. Yeah, my friend that go to this. He's trying to get me Morehouse to go so bad. Morehouse so bad. That's where he went. I went to party. I went to ABC. There's nothing against that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not against school, but I feel like what I'm doing, I don't need some extra money. You know what I'm saying? Word. Extra money going
That's
out.
right. Yeah, just do your own thing. You're good enough. And some people aren't, though. You know what I'm saying? Some people just aren't good enough, and then they won't make it. And then they're going to, but it's still better to try. Because you, like you said, you're interested in acting, but you don't know if that's something you're good at. That's good that you don't know that, actually. Because some people are delusional enough to believe that they could just do whatever. But it's like you give yourself a chance to prove it. So then what are the skills that can make you good at acting? Well, then spend the time you would have spent in school to develop those skills. Like, I'm trying to learn how to be funnier. I'm trying to get really good at PC games, like in shooters. I mean, I don't know if I'm funny or I'm not funny, but I think being funny can keep you alive on the internet for way longer. So those are all skills I think will be beneficial if I do plan on pivoting at any point in the future. But then I'll be tested, like, can I stream and do PC games? I don't know right now, but I want to develop the skills so I can find out. So literally just, what skills do you need? Like, is it, you're going to have to memorize a whole bunch of shit, you're going to have to learn how to work with large groups of people. Like, there's going to be certain skills you need to get to where you want to get to. And in my opinion, it's just infinitely better to focus on that. While you can still do that while you're in school, the stress of, like, an exam here, and then a paper here, I think it
don't even matter.
Literally won't matter.
It don't even matter. Like,
a matter of a few years.
Like did Abraham Lincoln have his ears pierced? Like, why do I need to know this?
Because it's not
What
necessary
boat did
information.
George Washington travel on? How many peanuts did George Washington Carver create? Like, you know what I'm saying? How Edison made light bulbs?
Peanuts.
What?
You go to a weird school.
It's like stuff like that. Like, asking like history and math, like PEMDAS and triangles.
Headmass.
All that. Yeah, it is. You know
I agree, 100%.
I know about addition, subtraction, the main stuff, money, but they didn't have like real life stuff, like especially in high school. They didn't have like real life stuff like income, stock, real estate.
Like
stuff that
offshore
my
accounts.
parents go through now that are struggling with. They didn't teach us that stuff.
Yeah.
They taught us stuff that is only standardized test worthy.
Did y'all have like a careers course here?
No, we didn't have that either.
You had a careers course?
Not a course. You know, every year they have somebody come in
And talk to you.
and talk to you.
They had like a whole course for us.
No, we had
like a whole course
some.
for us.
We had some like a course.
Nigga, I had Terminex come talk to us.
No, not they. At the end of it, they had somebody come talk to us as well. But in high school, they taught us about. You could take it if you want to. Almost like a class of understanding like the basics of savings, the basic of interest, the basics.
Oh no, they didn't do that for us. Ours was more like personality tasks and just understanding yourself and then figuring out like what career path would be best for you.
I don't know,
I kept getting construction worker, bro. I kept trying to lie in these tests. They kept giving me construction worker.
We took that as well, but they also showed us how to fill out like a resume and
all of that shit.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to spend too much time because we only got 20 minutes left. I do want to point out the fact that it's kind of messed up that
What time is it right now?
7:40.
Yeah.
I do want to point out the fact that it is kind of messed up that you struggle with support at home, because I think the one thing that even though me and my mom may have disagreed and still kind of disagree on the decisions that I may make at this point, I can still rely on the fact I can still say that she supported me to an extent with the things that I was doing when I was still living with her. But in terms of editing and stuff like that, because I know a lot of people want to know, because they ask me this question all the time, what do you edit with? And like where you draw your inspiration from when you editing things like that, or certain things that you have like a signature to and stuff like that. Just kind of break down your editing style.
I use Final Cut Pro because my first computer was a MacBook, so So when I got that, yeah, yeah. So Final Cut, I just watch hella tutorials, and then there was this YouTube channel. I was already watching, but I just started to pay attention more to their stuff. Jay Richards and Trey Richards from Fort Riley, yeah. So I started like seeing his styles, like that's why some of the videos our styles are like, because I kind of
How long did it take you to kind of like piece all that stuff together? Like, what's your timeline from that? Maybe not a specific timeline you think it took you.
Probably 2018 ish.
Just the whole year. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I just literally used to just spend hours just watching tutorials, and then watching movies, and then
Cause there's like an art to it, like that. Cause you could give an editor something, and he could like put effects in it, but it won't tell the story of what happened in a way that's compelling. The way you do it is like you just boom, every A&P video that you drop, you just told what happened like as best as you imaginably could have. And there's ways you could edit A&P videos to make them dry and boring as fuck, but you never managed to do that. Sometimes we'll give you like a mid video, and we'll be like, Chris got that shit.
But there's been times where a video was so mid, we didn't upload that shit. Y'all retarded.
Hey, yeah, that's true. Ain't that a fact?
But the crazy, I think also what's important is that, like I said before, there's an eye, or not even an eye, but a style that people are looking for when it comes to social media content, especially on YouTube. Because the type of production you would see, or editing style that you would see on YouTube versus Instagram versus even just regular movies, those are three extremely different editing styles. And the fact that you were able, I honestly think you just perfected the concept of YouTube videos to a T, especially the pacing of it. Because I know Waleed talks about it as well. Pacing on YouTube videos is so key and important in contrast to everything else. And I think you perfected that. And I think, again, I don't think that, because I didn't even know it until my girl started explaining to me. I don't think that none of us thoroughly understand how important and how valuable that is to an industry of companies that are searching to understand how to maximize their potential on social media platforms as well. I think that's what you do the best, like you were saying, not only storytelling, but just pacing of the videos and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, I literally just watch. I love tutorials. I used to play like 2K every night, and then now that shit, like after like 2K18, I just like stopped playing like the game for real.
Yeah.
Just have nights where I just watch YouTube videos, and then go back, just watch a tutorial,
and then try to do it on what you call it.
I never knew I could make money off of it like I could now, but I was just doing it for me, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to do my own YouTube stuff. Everybody, hits me up in my DMs like, "Oh, Chris, when are you gonna drop videos?" Blah blah blah. I just think it's hard. Like I look at Waleed, I'm like, "Oh, that's dope. You could do, your own content, and then drop, then start editing and whatever." But I think that's cool. But me, I know no offense, I'm gonna be like more creative. Like I feel like
IRL videos.
Yeah, IRL.
No,
like,
more creative.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna be outside with it. You know what I'm saying?
Because
you're more creative than
Waleed. That's a lot more. Cause
I see what you're saying. It's hard though.
Yeah.
What I think is hard is just like, yeah, I could do this. I could edit all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Fire, make it interesting. How you bring people back? How do you bring new people in?
You think Waleed ain't doing a good job at that?
No, he's doing a great job.
Okay.
Okay, because I'm trying to say his channels.
No.
His channel.
But no. If you look at his views to subscribers,
Yeah.
he's doing an excellent job.
Okay.
No, but that's not what he's talking about creative.
Yeah, you
creativity.
Wait,
But wait.
There's a but here.
But,
But
you know what I'm saying? He does a lot of content surrounding Agent or even AMP, or when it's him, it's like a story time or so, something like that. Okay. I feel like I want to do like vlogs, but they're more like I have bits inside of them, all types of stuff, and it's just like well edited.
It's gonna have bits and it's gonna, unlike his, well edited.
His videos are well edited.
His videos well edited.
Hey, come on, man.
Okay.
My brother.
So you're just gonna like
on a scale of 1 to 10.
God damn.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how you editing, or what type of editing will Lee doing his own channel? You just binge watch the channel like all night type shit? You watch your channel and be like, yo, have you ever watched your channel and be like, yo, how you do that? You hit the bell? That's actually a good question. Because as an editor, I know that's the true sign of a well-edited video. When the last time you watched a video and was like, yo?
Nah, but look, this is what Wally said to me. He said,
you hit that bell, did you?
He said,
nigga ain't never answered my...
No, look. He said, he doesn't have to pick up my effort.
What?
What? So, what he does well with his, like, videos...
What are you talking about?
It's simplistic. It's minimalistic. It's real beginner, like, amateurish.
Brush your damn teeth. How you wake up, say some foolishness, and then go in the kitchen? I'm one for sure.
How was that bothering you? I was cuddling you. You were on your back. Yes, you were. How else did I get into the position of cuddle you, Terrell?
It's hard to bring a little body there. Yo, that's too much. You wake up with this type of energy? That is so negative. What's wrong with you?
I went to bed.
You went to bed drunk. Yes, you did.
I had a small glass of wine and half of the daiquiri.
Well, you and your friend was drunk.
Oh, Gordon was definitely drunk.
Ah, what the hell she drink?
She had about 10 fucking White Claws that shot from the daiquiri glaze.
Like AMP, I think we go to extra mile for that.
Okay.
You see my videos?
What's that?
What you looking at? What you looking at?
I did watch your second channel. I think it's I don't watch it.
Yeah. You watch my videos? You watch my videos?
Which one?
Yeah, the ad-lib shit.
I go the extra mile.
You know what I'm saying?
I make my own ad-lib.
Actually, I did watch one of your
That's
videos.
pretty good.
You go the extra mile. I like it. Your second channel, you definitely do your thing. I can tell that's out of your comfort zone a bit.
Yeah, out of my comfort zone.
A little bit.
Oh yeah, but who do you watch outside of 4A? Because it sounds like you was about to give a list.
Yes, please.
Legit YouTube channels that give tutorials.
I just got a message from somebody.
Things, and I think more people should look into those as well.
For what?
Well,
I think PlayStation. Wait. Oh no, on YouTube. Oh, I'm tripping. You say, yo, what's up? Keep grinding around. I'm truly blessed. Want to raid you and help you get mad clout and views. My guy, help everyone in the community. Hit me up, Twitter, bro. Join the group chat.
I probably watch.
What the fuck? I think 'cause I'm just like, I'm not even like streaming like for nobody. I just keep turning on every time I play. Just like at least get into that habit. Baby steps. I'm getting like random people every day coming in.
For y'all entertainment, it's this.
I'm from the Truly Blessed.
This dude from the DMV as well, named
Yeah, I think that's just like that's their like clan or whatever.
But Danny,
especially like in the 2K community, you see a lot of that, like where they join like a bunch of people like make a group together, kind of like try to help each other like gain subscribers and stuff like that.
I watched Nico, my boy from New York. He does. His videos are so well edited. He watches AMP too. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I want him to pull up one time, you know, you just let it slide through, you know what I'm saying? Sneeko is the go. Oh, Nathan Zach, that's the dude from my father. Nathan Zach, yeah, he did.
That's the reason why I've been trying to do more
It's another dude that does